Hi, I'm Soulful Fox, or otherwise known as Sophie, and I want to talk to you about running Facebook adverts on a budget because I don't think that's something that many people talk about. I've watched some incredible YouTube videos of people doing really impressive things with their music, but they're spending $50 a day or $10 a day for the first 3 days and then dropping it down to, I don't know, $6 a day or something like that. And I can't actually manage, I can't afford that, and I know a lot of musicians can't either. So I wanted to do a video that helps those who are like me, who want to dip their toe into the whole Facebook advertising thing, make a difference to their stats, but obviously it's not going to be as big as if you're doing $50 a day, but you can get pretty good results, and I want to show you. So I'd love it if you had a listen to my lifeline. That will really help me. It's on Spotify called Lifeline, and my artist name is Soulful Fox. But there's no obligation. And if you want to like and subscribe, that would be cool too. Okay, so I just wanted to show you. This is genuinely my first proper go at advertising my music. Now, the first one that I did was a disaster. It might not look it, but I'm going to do a separate video on how I managed to get 2p per website click, but actually it led to no views whatsoever on Spotify. Yeah, but we'll look at the one that I actually did, and I'm going to show you how I actually went about creating this advert. So I just want to show you the results really. So what we've got is I started off with 4 ad sets, and I can only manage 4 ad sets for £3 a day. So I do £3, which is about $4.50, $5 a day. And I wanted to test it out. I'm going to do it for another week or so, week and a half. I'm going to do about 30 days of this. So I started on the 12th of June, and I did 4 ad sets, and I did electronic dance music, house music, deep house, and David Guetta, and those are the places I targeted as individual targeting. I'll go into that, into the targets, basically who you're targeting in terms of where you run your adverts to. And as you can see, I mean, check this out. 17 is amazing, actually, pence per view content, but 9, 9, 11, and this my most recent one, which is 13, which quite frankly is not good enough. So that'll be turned off soon and replaced with something different. So let me just show you how to go about actually creating this campaign, and then I'll go into these ad sets to sort of show you in more detail. So what you want to do is you want to go to your All Tools and you want to click on Ads Manager. Okay, so I've done that already. And then you want to go to, you'll be in the campaigns section, and you want to go to Create, and you want to go to Conversions. Don't do traffic, even if you're just starting out, trust me, go to Conversions, okay? And then go to Continue, okay? And I'm going to show you a little bit of this, and then I'm going to show you the one that I've actually done. So if I just do Lifeline Test, and you want to go to Conversions Auction, and then you do want to go to Campaign Budget Optimization, and I'm going to do £3 a day, which could be about the equivalent of about $4, I think. $4.50 maybe. Keep things as they are, and then go to Next. Okay, just ignore that, okay, for the minute. Okay, so I'm going to basically delete that and it will go away. Okay, so you want to give this ad set a name. So I'm going to call this, let's do David Guetta, even though I know that wasn't necessarily the one that worked. Okay, so David Guetta Test, so it's a different one. Go click on conversion to website, sorry, not app, website. And then you want to choose the conversion event view content, which you will I'll maybe do another video about this, but I don't want to go into it at the moment. But the view content is basically people clicking through to Spotify, okay? And then you want to start it when it says, and then you want to create a new audience. So what I did was I went to actually use a saved audience. So if you go to Spotify tiers 1 and 2, so those are all the locations. So if you want to pause at this point and write and sort of put all those locations in, that's fine. Okay, and then I'm going to obviously edit this one. So go to Spotify Tier 1 and 2 audience, which you've set up in advance under audiences. So you've done this already. Use the saved audience and go to Spotify Tier 1 and 2. Okay. But you're going to edit. So what I did was I chose those locations. I chose, for me, my Spotify audience. If I go to Spotify for artists, if I go to my audience just generally and go down, if you look at where I'm popular, actually it kind of changes every day to day, but what have I decided to do? I decided to do 28 to 50. So I could, yeah, 28. So I go from the bottom end of there through to the sort of middle of there. I could probably do 28 to 59, but use this data. It's really, really useful. Even my 60 pluses are going up, which I'm really chuffed about. Okay, so so you want to edit this. The reason why you don't want to do it from scratch is because you have to put all those locations in. Okay, and then change this to, I don't know, whatever you want. So let's just do another house music test. Okay, and then you can change your age, what age you want to do. Gender, I am more popular with men than women, but I'm going to just keep it as it is. And then I want to, here, make sure you put in detailed targeting interests as Spotify. And then, so if I just get rid of that and get rid of that. So let's just, I want to show you properly. So if you go to include people who match Spotify, so they're likely to have Spotify. And then you want to go to, so click out of that, and then must also match. So go down to here and then write, for example, house music, and click onto that. And I personally think it's quite a good idea just to isolate one particular interest per ad set. Facebook want you to combine them, but I'll show you that that doesn't actually work. It hasn't worked for me. And then do not click update. So this is one of the things that you must not do, okay? If you've already got an audience, you don't want to update it, because if you're running an advert and you're running it to David Guetta and you like David Guetta ad set, if you update it, it will update all the adverts with that already have that particular audience. So for crying out loud, don't do that, okay? And then you would save it as new. Okay, I'm not going to do that now. Okay, so that's that one there. So that will be house music instead of David Guetta. Go to manual placements. Get rid of audience network. Oh my god, make sure you do not have audience network. And then let me just consult what I've got here. So I've got Facebook feed, Instagram feed, video feed, Instagram explore. So undo marketplace, untick right column, untick inbox and Facebook groups feed, keep all the stories, keep in stream, and that's it basically. Okay, so you would tick all those and then you go to next. Okay, so I'm going to go to next. So go for these things, don't go for the ones I've just got here. Okay, and then go to next. And then here you want to give your ad set a name. Okay, so let's say Lifeline End Bit. I'll change it, and then choose the Instagram account. It might ask you for that. Okay, and then I'm going to use a video. So I've done a YouTube video on how to do a video, basically using Keynote and iMovie. But you can add a video and then choose a video that you've already got, or upload a video that you need to upload. Okay, so just for the sake of speed, I'll choose that one. Okay, update that, do done. Okay, and then you've got all the placements with those different videos. Okay, you then need to write some text, so maybe listen now because I'm brilliant. Okay, so that will appear here at the top there, so here. Okay, and then now, so oh yes, change, so think of a headline, you decide what you want to write here, a description, it's really up to you. I'm just going to write listen now on Spotify. You can put a description if you want, it's up to you, and then make sure the call to action is listen now, okay, rather than learn more. And so now you need a website URL. You want to take them to a website, a landing page that they click onto, okay? So to do this, you've already got your pixel down here. You already have created a pixel, and if you don't know how to do that, you know, look that up. Okay, so I've used ToneDem, and what you have to do is you log into ToneDem, and what you do is you go to Smart Links, and you go to create new link campaign. Okay. You then go to music, existing release for me. If it's an upcoming release, then you can do that. But in this case, I'm doing existing release. And what you need is you want the URL from Spotify. So if you go to Spotify, you click on the little dots here, just make the page go up, otherwise you can't do it. Go to share and copy song link. So I could maybe do this for a different one, actually. Let's do it. No, let's do Lifeline, otherwise it'll get confusing. So little dots, share and copy song link. Go to ToneDen, whack in your track number, create link. I make all of these not visible. Okay, so I just have the Spotify one that says visible. Okay, go to the bottom, go to continue. Okay, you've got the title, Lifeline, description, artist name. Okay, you create, it's already creating. Isn't that brilliant? The landing page. I don't bother with any of these. None of these, none of these, none of these. Go to continue. Get rid of this. You don't want a link to an audio file or a video. So just delete that. Okay, go to continue. I'll do Lifeline test by Soulful Fox. Okay, go to continue. Change the link path to Lifeline test, but for you it'd be the name of your name of your tune. Domain, right, so this is a real hassle to do, and I'm not going to do a video on this now, but you need to set up your CNAME on your domain, and you need to have the word music or link or something. Go to this learn more here if you want to learn how to connect your domain to Facebook, because it is a bit of a hassle, and there's loads of really good videos on this out there, so it'll be better than me trying to explain it. And then there is your URL there. Okay, go to continue. So this is where you need to put in your pixel ID. So to get this, you need to go to, if I come out of this now, if I close this, if you go to Events Manager, and this will show you your pixels basically. So if you go to Events Manager, takes a little bit of time, my Mac's having a bit of a breakdown. So there's my Soulful Fox pixel that I've set up, and there's the number for it basically. In order to get, let's see, I think it's in settings. You go to settings and you literally just click on that, and then you go back to ToneDen. That's where you can put it in if there's nothing there, or if you go to select a pixel, it will know that it's you because you're already basically on ToneDen. That's all you need to do. So you choose your pixel, you don't do anything else. Okay, none of this. You go to continue, everything looks good, and then you create a link. Okay, so I won't create a link. What I'll do is I'll go back, and I'll go back to my So I don't, yeah, I do want to leave this page. Okay, so you create a link, and then what you'll get, if I go into here, so I haven't created that. So here's my Lifeline one, 957 clicks. And if you click into there, if you view landing page, this is what people will see. So when they've clicked on your advert, so if we go back to Ads Manager, so if we put in that, we copy and paste that landing page and pop it into here, okay, that is basically where people, so you get your video there, and that is where people are going to click through to. And this will give you some data, but when people click on the actual play button, this is when you get your website clicks. So basically that is what you have to do. I hope that's helpful. I've gone through all these sort of various different things that you have to do. Okay, I'm going to come out of this because I don't want anything published, none of that. I'm going to close it because obviously I'm going to delete this later. So I'm hoping that will help. So we forget that. We unclick all these. We unclick all those, and that as well. And I want to show you the campaign. Okay, so you don't want this. I don't obviously want that because it's not right. But anyway, so Lifeline launch. So this is the ones I am actually doing. So what I did was I created 4 ad sets. Okay, get rid of that one because obviously that's the test one I'm going to delete later. So I did all that. So I did one for deep house, one for house music, one for electronic dance music, and one for my most recent house and deep house combined. But if you look, even though Facebook's telling me I should combine things, I don't. It's not as good. It's 13 pence, and that's after 3 days. Whereas when I've done them separately, 9p, 9p, 11p. Okay, and the 17 pence one with only 9 website views was I've now turned it off. And if I put these in order, so this is the people who have not just gone through to this. So you get data for the people getting to this bit, but also when they actually click play. So I'll click play. Okay, it takes you right through to Spotify. This click is obviously more important. You want people to actually go through and ideally stream. Okay, it will play it immediately. Okay, immediately it will play it. Okay, and that is what the website views content is, basically. You also get reach, you get impressions, you get amount spent, you get bid strategy, all that malarkey. And there's the actual link clicks. So link clicks is when they've literally just got through to that first landing page. But the thing that you're interested in is the website views content, which is really cool. And you know, this is £3 a day at the end of the day. And as soon as I get rid of this rubbish one that I've done recently, there's loads of reach, but very few results. My average cost per view content is going to be low, which is amazing for someone on a budget. So if I just show you my stats very briefly, although it looks not that great, I mean, you know, I can see that obviously the numbers is pretty small, but at the end of the day, let's not forget one person will maybe stream it loads more, you know, and the number of listeners has gone up from 25 to 52. Save rate of people saving my tune onto their playlist went from 12 to 36, and the better I get at sorting out my campaign, the better. And what I'm really chuffed about is the save rate is 69%. So that means that compared the number of listeners compared to the number of streams is really good, and the listener rate is just going up all the time. So the number of people, the number of times a single listener plays my tune is 3.5 times per listener. I've gone from 3 playlists, one of which was my own, to now 10 playlists. The algorithm percentage has gone up. But what I need to work on is number of streams per day. And that is where I will now need to continue to work on making the cost per click, cost per view content better and better and better. Okay, so I hope that helps. And I hope that gives you hope that, you know, you can do these things. Bear in mind that I've only so far spent about 30 quid in 10 days. Now, on these other YouTube videos, people have spent about $150. And obviously, their numbers are going to look higher, but they've spent huge amounts, you know? And this is good. Getting onto people's playlists is excellent. The only thing I now need to work on is getting more followers, but that's always going to be harder. Okay, so I really hope that helps. If there's any questions you have, I know I've gone on a bit, but it's important. I want to, explain these things in detail so that you're clear on it all. Okay, take care, fellow musicians, and I'll be doing some more videos on how to create a video and also what not to do. Okay, take care.